Chuck! Chuck! It's Marvin! You know your cousin, Marvin Berry? Well, you know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this! Hold on now, wait just 1 minute. Now I know there's people out there that think Marty McFly was the one who influenced Chuck Berry. But in the real world, not Hollywood, Chuck Berry was highly influenced by guitarists T-Bone Walker and Carl Hogan. Now Chuck Berry's music and guitar style is the basis or the standard of what we like to call early rock and roll. Because when one thinks of the beginnings of rock and roll music, one automatically thinks Chuck Berry. And literally, that's why he's called the father of rock and roll. In fact, it's safe to say that the guitar intro to Johnny B. Goode is easily one of the most recognized guitar intros in the world. But right now, friends, let me play you a guitar intro from 1946 from a song by Louis Jordan called Ain't That Just Like a Woman, featuring Carl Hogan on guitar. Now keep in mind, this song came out 12 years before Johnny B. Goode. So now, without further ado, let me play you the guitar intro that inspired Chuck Berry's intro to Johnny B. Goode. Now friends, my name is Damian Bacci, and I'd like to welcome you to my back room here in sunny Tampa Bay, Florida. Now I'm sure you could hear as I played Carl Hogan's intro to Ain't That Just Like a Woman, the similarities between that and Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Goode. And in fact, Chuck is even quoted saying that the very first time that he heard that lick was from Carl Hogan's intro. So let's take this back a little further. Carl Hogan certainly came up with a really cool intro, but the intro lick has been played and recorded before, although these other examples are played just a little bit differently. In fact, you can date the lick all the way back to 1918 to a song called Bluein' the Blues. You can also hear similar versions of the lick played by Blind Lemon Jefferson and Blind Blake in songs that date back to the 1920s. Now what I think is fun to think of is, what if Chuck Berry never heard the song Ain't That Just Like a Woman? Or better yet, what if Carl Hogan never put that intro onto the song? And it kind of makes you wonder, would that change the course of Chuck's career? And would Johnny B. Goode still be the big hit that it became? Now friends, there's no doubt that part of the success of that song is Chuck's awesome storytelling lyrics and the fantastic melody of the song. But I can tell you, when I first heard Johnny B. Goode for the first time as a little boy, it was that guitar intro that really grabbed me and hooked me and brought me in. But now friends, I'd like to talk to you about how Chuck Berry took Carl Hogan's intro lick and transformed it into his own thing. Now it's definitely not a note-for-note ripoff, and Chuck certainly changed some things and added to it. Now for one thing, he certainly fattened up the intro by playing it with double stops. And what it does, it really takes those licks and takes them to the next level. And right there, friends, that's what Chuck Berry's known for. That's the guitar playing that we all know and love. Now when the influence of Carl Hogan's lick stops, this is where Chuck Berry takes some major influences from the great T-Bone Walker. And to reference what I'm talking about, if you were to listen to T-Bone Walker's 1950 recording, Strollin' with Bones, you'll be hearing T-Bone playing lots of licks like this. And a lot of this. And those licks are essential licks to Chuck Berry's guitar playing. He practically based his lead playing around them. Oh, and one last little fun nugget. In Strollin' with Bones, T-Bone does this cool lick. And it may have inspired Chuck at the very end of his Johnny B. Goode intro, because he did something like this. Now friends, I hope you can see and hear in this video today that Chuck Berry was inspired by both Carl Hogan and T-Bone Walker. And that's basically all I was trying to do in this video today, was to pay homage to those two players. And if you think about it, essentially they're the forefathers to rock and roll. Now friends, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by other players. All guitar players at one point or another take ideas from others and add upon them. And Chuck Berry was certainly no different. Well friends, I hope you enjoyed this fun little deep dive on where the roots of the Johnny B. Goode guitar intro came from. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you happen to dig the old school style of guitar playing, I have two great full-length courses on rockabilly guitar and on jump blues guitar. You can find them at my website at damianbacci.com. These courses come with PDF file guitar tabs and backing tracks, and you can purchase these courses as DVDs or as downloads. These lessons, friends, will not disappoint. Okay, so before we finish up here, I'd like to play you the guitar intro played by Carl Hogan on Ain't That Just Like a Woman. Alright, so we're in the key of G, and basically we're mixing the G minor pentatonic with the G mixolydian. Oh, and if you'd like to learn how to play the guitar intro to Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Goode, I have a lesson on that with tabs. I'm going to put that link in the description. Okay, so let's learn Ain't That Just Like a Woman, the guitar intro. Well, friends, that's all the time that we have for this video today. I want to thank you for hanging out with me. And again, if you found this lesson informative, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. This will keep you up to date on all my newest guitar lessons. And if you'd like to help support this channel and take your playing to the next level, I have some great full-length courses on rockabilly guitar and on jump blues guitar. You can find them at my website at damianbacci.com. Now friends, before I go, I'd like to leave you with some inspiring words. Sometimes in life we get so caught up in our own goals. And you know, goals are great, but goals aren't everything. Because sometimes we get so caught up in these goals that we feel like it's our sole purpose in life. And thinking what we can achieve is sometimes what we tend to always think about. But sometimes I think we need to stop and step back and think of the bigger picture in life. I guess what I'm trying to say is stop for a second and think to yourself, what is the purpose of our lives? Because life isn't about what goals we can achieve and what accomplishments we've made. In fact, the universe doesn't care about any of those achievements that we do. But what the universe does care about is what you do for others and how you contribute to mankind. And by that I mean the universe cares about the time that you stopped and helped a neighborhood kid fix his bicycle. The time you helped an elderly person across the road. The time that you bought somebody a meal that they couldn't afford. Or the time that you taught somebody something, or to just stop and listen to them. Now I think you get the point and you can understand what I'm trying to say. Because when you choose to act with kindness, compassion, and love, you'll find that you're always aligned with your true purpose in life. And that's the goal that I want to obtain. And with that, friends, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Much love to you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon in another guitar lesson. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.